Review the wiki and attend group prep to go over the preparation clues. No way. Bye. Oh my gosh.
Kay says, I forgot to clarify this in the notes above, so thanks for asking. You do not need to post a Lesson 8 group discussion.
Yeah, that's what I read too. But it's okay, I'm still recording it.
Cool.
Just in case.
It's always better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
My notes before.
Alright, so there's 35 questions. Woohoo.
35.
So excited. So much excitement.
Okay.
How'd you guys do on the homework?
Well,
Just as retarded?
no, I could have gotten 100% except for the fact that every one of the questions that I was supposed to put the Z-score into the applet, I didn't, and so I got them all wrong because I forgot to put them in the applet. Yeah.
How'd you do, Brandon?
I did fine.
Dang, dude, I sucked it up, and I don't even know what I did wrong.
When did you do the same thing?
I mean, I went through it. I was like, oh, this is pretty easy. You plug in the things, and then you go to the applet. Nope.
Really?
Yep.
See, mine made total sense once I realized I had to put it in the applet, and then I was like, oh. Okay.
Is it open now to actually view? Do you know?
You can view it, but it's not going to give you any answers.
Oh, I don't even care about that. I just want to see what was going wrong.
Yeah.
I was just like, awesome, another 60%. Just what I wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, I got 3 and 4 wrong. How do you get 3 and 4 wrong? Those are like the easiest questions.
Here,
And then I did the exact same thing for like 8 and 10 that I did for 7 and 9. It still got it wrong.
So 3, I think those are the ones I went over. So, let's see. So for 3, you're basically putting in the 1.739 into the applet. And
Oh, that's what I did wrong. I just put 1739. Dang it.
That's what I did.
All right.
And then 4 is the same thing. The 2.460, just put in the applet.
Oh, man.
And I was stupid. I got 5 wrong just because I forgot to do the standard deviation divided by the square root of 64. Completely forgot about the 64. So I just put like what it actually says in the question, the 3.7 and the 0.9. Yeah, I got that wrong.
What about 8 and 10?
8, let's see. Yeah, 8 was just the probability, or the normal probability applet again. And same thing with 10.
So
I got,
what did you guys do?
Let's see, for 8, I did the, how did I do that? I put the 0.5 into the applet.
Right.
And put it less than the 8, like, you know, whatever, I guess. Let's see. Let me see what I did here.
So is that the middle and the left side?
0.50.
Because I put the left side.
Yeah, it was the middle and the left. So if you put it into the applet, the 0.500, you see
I just
where,
didn't highlight the middle.
Yeah, you see where the 0.5 is. It's positive. It's going to be the middle and the left. And then the same thing goes for 10.
So I pretty much had it right. I just can't work this
Just
piece
put
of
it in
garbage.
the applet.
That's so great.
All right. You guys already start the quiz?
Yep.
Long.
Yep. 1 and 2 are wrong again.
Okay. Which following variables are categorical?
I like how it says over here, if you look at the notes, it's like the number of animals, that's A so far. Randomly selected brand of toothpaste at a convenience store. Wow, A and B's looking pretty good. I mean, I don't know. Wait a minute. What the freak is going here? Oh, which of the following? Oh, these are just review questions. Never mind. Did you guys write out the review questions?
I just copied and pasted on a Word document, and I typed it in.
Oh. Cool.
Not too bad. And which of the following variables is our categorical? Do you have any questions about that one? A randomly selected brand of toothpaste at a convenience store.
No, I'm good.
The other one's numerical, right? It's categorical and numerical?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, number
So,
4.
age and years of a randomly selected vehicle.
I hate how we go from chapter 1 to chapter 7, and all I remember now is chapter 6 and 7.
All right, number 4. Does anybody have questions about number 4? What did y'all put?
The mean IQ test state is 100.
100 is the parameter and 112 is the statistic.
That's what I put. Parameter is like something you assume that should be known beforehand. When 12 is like a statistic, it's kind of based around your sample.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, Rockland City is 4 distinct neighborhoods.
What did y'all put on number 5? I put stratified.
That's what I was thinking it was, but I'm just trying to double check.
So stratified, I'll just read it real quick. Item to be sampled or organized in groups of homogeneous items called strata. A simple random sample is drawn from each of these.
That's kind of what they did. They broke apart the neighborhoods into groups, and they pulled from each of the neighborhoods to represent the whole. So.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be cluster. And then simple random, that's not even close to what they're doing. And then systematic is K to a number, and that has nothing to do with this. So I agree. All right, 6.
Number 6, I put cluster.
Cluster sample, sometimes called a block sample, consists of taking all items in one or more randomly selected clusters, aka the 4th grade, and then they count. So yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm double checking. I don't know if that's taking too much time.
No, you're good.
School fundraiser, the name of every person who attended was entered to draw the end. 6 names received. This would be random sample.
Yeah, that's what I put. So you don't really know what you're going to get. You just kind of pull out of a hat.
Yeah, it's hat samples. That's what we call them. You good with that, broke?
Yep.
Cool. Great. Of 100 people. So for this one, because it says the researchers took the list of registered Democrats and selected a simple random sample of 100 people.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Cause I had
they say? I mean, is he trying to tell us, is there in between one of these a random sample within a random sample?
I had written down like simple random sampling, and then also stratified sampling because they pulled like I don't know, really, I wasn't really sure what it would be, but they did say simple random sample. I'm not really sure that.
I think it is stratified because they make it Democrats and Republicans. If it was simple, it'd be both mixed together. Would you assume?
That's what I was thinking. Like they organize them into groups, and like those groups, those are like the 100 people are the random samples, but those represent all the Democrats, and they also represent all the Republicans accordingly. And so it's kind of like random people representing a group as a whole, which is stratified. But
so. I'm going to stick with stratified because that makes sense to me. Nowhere in sample does it say they group two things. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I've been wrong before, so.
Well, I'm going to stick with that too because I liked it. All right, survey was taken of purchases at the Crossroads. Open the data file, Crossroad purchases, Excel for 221, and SPSS for 222 and 223. And use this data to answer questions 9 through 11. Using software, calculate the mean of these data. Did y'all do this part?
Real quick, question 11. I created a histogram representing the amount spent. False. I gotta open up my Excel again.
Alright, so I did it, and I did it earlier. I had a mean of 4.771, so I don't know if you want to double check that.
I don't know. I use like this until I get a paycheck so I can buy SPSS. So I don't know. I'll see if I can plug it in. Where did you get the data from? The
statistics thing. Yeah, it's 4.771. You're right.
That's what you got too?
Yep.
And the standard deviation I got was 1.912.
Yep.
I had to go back through and follow the tutorials on how to do all that stuff on SPSS again because it's been so long.
That was what, lesson 4 or 3?
Yeah, that was a way back there.
The very first one or something like that. And like I can pull it up in Excel real easily, but last time my answers were off, and I was like, I don't trust Excel anymore. I'm gonna go to SPSS.
Wait, so you got 1.912, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Just wanted to make sure. All right. Wait a minute.
Yep. Chinese Excel doesn't have things.
What is the value that goes in position mark A?
Are we ready to move on to 12?
Yes.
All right. For 12, I had negative 0.165.
What? What are we doing here?
So you're starting to calculate some of the variance and the deviations based on the information. What I did is
Isn't it just the...
I went through and I calculated the average of them from the samples because they all have their x, and I added them all up, divided by 4, and then that gave me the average, and then I could subtract their thing. But you can double check that if you want because there's some math involved.
Because basically all it is x, the thing they give you, and then the mean.
Yeah. So you just find the mean real quick, and then you just subtract their value there minus the mean, which is like 38.075 or something like that.
Okay. Cool. Figured it out.
Okay. And then for 13, I got 0.681.
Okay, that's what I got.
All right, 14. What quantity is equal to the sum of the numbers in the squared deviations column? So I put none of these as correct, and I can explain that to you if you need me to.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys.
No problem. We're on 14 right now.
Oh, okay.
We can go back to 12 and 13 or whatever you missed if we need to. I didn't realize you were gone. My bad.
Yeah, no, it totally phased out. I turned my camera off because it was going slow, and then I realized it just stopped.
Oh, I didn't even realize you were gone either.
Thanks, guys.
I have my quiz on one side and my notes on the
No,
other.
I don't even think we look like the chat anymore.
I don't have
Okay.
my 2 up today because my husband took my mouse, so I can't use my laptop really without the mouse.
So 12, we got negative 1.605.
Negative 0.165.
Oh, shoot.
Hey, okay, why is it negative though? Because I got positive 0.165.
Reason being is that the x that's represented by Bodil, or whatever the name is lower than the mean.
I got you. I'm supposed to do the 37 minus the 38.
Yep.
That makes more sense. Okay.
Dude,
I answered my own.
Bottle. And then 13 was 0.681.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's where I cut out.
Alright. So 14, I agree with you, Brendan, that it's none of the above. Or none of them.
Perfect. I'm going to explain my reasoning. Let's see if we're on the same page so we at least know this for the test. So what you do from there, if you square those deviations from the mean, you get the squared deviations. If you add all those squared deviations and divide by the number of samples minus 1, it gives you the sample variance, and then you take the square root of that, and that's how you get your standard deviation. So just the sum alone is nothing, but if you were to divide that by the number of samples minus 1, it would give you the sample variance. So because it's just a sum, it's nothing yet. It's a step to get to something, but not actually something.
Right. Yep.
Long explanation, but it makes sense in my head.
So what would the question be if it was one of the 3 answers? In your opinion, like...
What is the sum of the numbers in the squared deviations divided by the number of samples minus 1? Then that would be the variance.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're saying now. What's the standard deviation of temperatures? Didn't SPSS do that super easy, the standard?
Probably. SPSS practically makes it a sandwich. You needed it to.
Sandwich now. How long did it take to download SPSS?
Like 5 minutes. Because I did it right before one of our group meetings.
Because Excel's not helping me at all.
Yeah.
It's getting ridiculous.
If you use Excel, you have to use their secret file that they give you in the book. Then you can get all this. But it's just like a pain in the butt, and you have to go to the original file, copy all that stuff, and then calculate it. It's just like, I don't want to open up another file to calculate one file. I just use VMware for it and just
That's
access
exactly
it.
what I want to do.
Alright, for 15, what is the standard deviation of these temperatures? Did you calculate that?
Not yet. I'm trying to work my SPSS here. It's being a pain. Whoa. I think there's 4 hours for the test. I'm a little slow.
Seriously. It'll take like an hour and a half, if that.
Yeah, probably.
After that, yeah.
Alright. So we're doing the standard deviation.
Didn't they have
What did you get, Brandon?
I got 0.715.
Okay, that's what I got.
I did it the long way. I just did it by hand, and I had filled out that whole table because I thought they wanted the whole thing filled out. And then I looked down at the next questions, like, oh, hey, they only care about 1 and 2, A and B. But because I had all of the square deviations, I was just able to add it up and then do the division thing. That's why I was able to answer that other one so easily. It's like, hey.
Oh, okay.
16 is false.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, which location the most consistent that's typo is the most consistent temperature measurements from one seal to another? Oh, no, I missed a word. That's fine. Which location resulted? So I put extradural.
Most. Well, yeah, because it doesn't deviate as much.
Yeah, that was exactly my reasoning.
Okay, it's like that one's pretty easy.
Number 18. Look at this one.
Pretty small. What do we do for 18?
We each need to explain what a standard deviation is.
Okay, so basically what I know, I don't know, the percentage of 60, was it 65? Whatever it was, 60-something, 90, and then 90, 95, 99. Within that, you'll find it.
95, 99.7.
That's the 1.7.
Yeah.
And that will have
actually
a majority.
Like that, I think.
Do what?
For just trying to think, for 17, do we actually have to go through and calculate? I didn't even think about the sample sizes being a part of that.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but still the deviation would be small, right?
Let's see, 1.554 divided by 6 is 0.259, 0.577 divided by 3 is 0.19, and then 0.715 divided by 4. Ooh, that might be lower. 0.5.
See, not okay. So when we agreed, I was cool with it. I was like, yes, just standard deviation. But You think it's because we have to do it by the sample size and the standard deviation?
Yeah, because if we,
Because I don't know. I think it'd be too easy if we just looked at it and be like, yeah, of course it's extradural.
yeah, because if you go through and you do like the divisions by the sample size, it's the square root of the sample size, isn't it? I'm gonna do some writing. Give me a sec. Figure this out. We have 1.554 divided by the square root of 6. That is going to equal 0.634. And you got 0.577 over the square root of 3. Is that 0.333?
Yeah. It's still the lowest.
I mean, it should be, right?
I mean, it makes sense because the hepatic is, hepatic
Hepatic.
is, yep, same thing. It was 0.358, whereas the extradural is only 0.333.
Is that, there was like we had this problem on one of our assignments. We had to go through and look at this thing. Let's figure out where this is at.
I like in my chemistry class, we had group exams and then individual. I think we should just do group exams in this class.
Seriously.
Yeah, the standard deviation of the sample means is the deviation divided by the square root of the sample, so it would still be the smallest on that one. Even if
The
you did,
extradural?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think it would change if the sample size, I mean, these are pretty close, 3, 4, and 6, no biggie, but like if the sample size was like well over 10 or 15, do you think it would change it, or would it hold more true?
What do we say? It would make it even smaller, so it would only verify it even more. Just because if you keep dividing by a larger number, it'll keep decreasing the deviation. Are we good on that one?
Yep.
Okay. The number of hours students spent studying for an exam were recorded. The data are represented by the box plot below. Uses box plot to answer questions 19 and 20. What is the third quartile?
6.
It's 8, right?
Wait. Doesn't it go line, beginning of box, middle is third?
So the beginning of the
Or
box
is it inside?
Q1, and then the median's that big line in the middle, and that's Q2, and then the far right of the box should be Q3. And then those lines that are drawn out to just the lines on the outside are your minimum and your maximum.
Mhm.
Why do I second guess myself?
I do it all the time.
That's why I
Kinda
keep
screw-
failing these questions. So it goes minimum, maximum.
Yeah, so that's part of like your 5-number summary. You've got your minimum, Q1, median, Q3, maximum.
That's okay. That's what I was thinking. I was adding numbers where they don't need to go. Sorry. Okay. What percentage of the data between 4 and 8 is not?
50%.
50, yeah.
50%. Why don't we have to put 3 decimal points?
Because it doesn't ask us to.
Just kidding. I'm just... Okay.
So,
Ugh.
So the mean on this one should just be the middle of those two, right? Because the deviations are apart from the mean, distance from the mean. So isn't that right? The mean should be splitting those two in the middle.
Should be.
yeah.
I got 2.055 is what I got.
Yep, that's what I just got. So,
2.055.
Estimate the standard deviation of the measured nitrate concentration of Rexburg's drinking water. I had 0.233.
So how did you find that one?
So I know the mean, and I
Right.
know that 2 deviations equals the distance between the mean and one of those deviation points right there.
That's one deviation?
That'll be 2 deviations.
Oh, yeah, 2.
And
Duh.
then I just divide that by 2, and that'll give me 0.23.
Ooh, that's smart. I didn't even think about that. So since it's 2, you just divide by 2.
Yeah, so that would give you 1 deviation.
That 1.028.
Say that one more time.
Is it 1.028?
I think you just ask for the deviation, not what the point's going to be.
Oh.
So your deviation should be 0.233.
I gotta remember that trick. How you found the mean or the deviation. Oh, smart.
Alright. Between what 2 measured nitrate concentrations do approximately 68% of the data values lie? So the 68, 95, 99.7 rule, whatever that is, says that should be within 1 deviation of the average.
Is it D?
Yeah, that's what I had put. What do you think, Brooke?
So 1.22 and 2.288.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's Bella. 0.5. What is the value of the standard distribution?
Yeah, we're almost halfway done.
Well, only got like what, 11 more?
Yeah, something like that. Brooke, did you understand all of the ones you just went through?
Kind of.
And we can go back to it. This is kind of what this meeting is for, I think. So we can
So
start.
to
Yeah.
find the mean, start with 21. Mean, you add 159 and 2.52 divided by 2, correct?
Yep.
Then you find your mean, and then 22.
You just have to remember what a deviation is. Like it's defined in the book. It's like the distance from the point from the mean.
Right.
And so that's 2 deviations. We can tell that one of those points is 2 deviations away. So we just find the distance from our mean to that point, and then we can divide it by 2 and get the quantity of 1 deviation, which would be our standard deviation.
So I would take 2.055 and then take plus 2 or plus 1.59.
Yeah, so
Either or divide by 2 and then divide by 2 again.
you'd only have to divide by 2 once.
The first time. Okay.
Yeah, so you're not
That
going
makes sense, because that would give us that 1 deviation, right?
Yeah, so all I did is I took 2.055 and I subtracted 1.59, and that gave me a distance from those 2 points. I knew that the quantity of that distance is equal to 2 deviations, and so I divided that by 2 to find the standard deviation.
That makes sense. And then you just use that to find plus, minus.
Yeah. So the next one on 23, we know that 68% falls at the 1 deviation mark. And so you just add and subtract 0.233 from our mean. And that'll give us the values of 1 deviation, which would be 68%.
Are you making notes, Brooke, for the test?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Do you guys
I
already
don't really
have a page of
understand.
notes?
No, I haven't even started it.
No, not yet.
My girlfriend's actually in this class,
Does-
another class, and so we're gonna go over mixing notes tonight.
Good thinking.
See if it works out. Maybe she has some insight from her teacher, because she actually has the physical class, the hybrid, and so
Oh, yeah.
we'll see if maybe he
I
gave.
wonder how much a difference that makes.
I don't know. It sounds like they do the same exact
Some
things that we
cheap-
do, except they have a
It's
class.
just
That's
like
really what it is.
there.
I don't know.
Okay, so for 24, what is the value of the mean of a standard normal distribution?
I had no idea what this was asking. I left this one completely blank.
Okay, because that's what I'm looking at, and is it the same thing as 21 and the same thing as 22 to plug in? Because I don't understand this question.
Cause see, like I don't know.
Is this what we plug into the normal applet thingy, or no?
I'm not really
No.
sure. If you go back to like the study guide and this thing, those informations are only used for certain questions. For example, the study guide, you use that for answer questions 20 through 22, and it's number 23 that we'd be looking at on the study guide. So it's not even. I don't even know if it's related to that problem, which is why I'm like really confused as to what it's asking.
Trick question.
What's the value of the mean distribution? Okay, so I'm guessing, just a hunch here, I just typed in on 24, you can actually type letters, so I think it's an actual like name of something and not a number, because the other ones you can't type in letters. For 25, what the heck? I'm so confused. What is this doing? Yeah, like 19 and 20, I can't type in numbers. Maybe it is a name, and it's just wanting like a definition of something to be answered.
I have no idea.
Google's not helping. Yep, that makes sense. So you're sure we don't use the probability applet for this?
I have no idea. I don't even know what it's really asking. I just find it kind of curious that you can type in letters there and not anywhere else for both that question and the next question.
Just put in L.
Is it maybe asking for a formula? Yeah, maybe.
What is the value of the mean of a standard normal distribution?
Standard normal distribution.
What the heck is he asking? Bro. Bro. Okay, I don't know. This might be a long shot, but copy the question or like highlight it, right click and say search in Google, and then click on the first link from online stat book, and then do control find and press value or type in value, and then it talks about like, I don't know, some value stuff. I don't know if this helps.
Since the distribution has a mean of 0, is it just 0?
A value from any normal distribution can be transformed into its corresponding value on a standard normal distribution using the following formula. Z equals x minus u symbol divided by sigma, where z is the value of the standard normal distribution, x is the value of the original distribution. I don't know. That was about as close as I came to finding an answer, so. Why does the question above say use this information to answer questions 21 and 22? But then it's in question 23, it's still part of that.
Oh no.
What the freak?
Should we skip these and come back to them? Because I feel like my brain's gonna explode from them.
Yeah, that's stupid. Whatever. All right. Admission committee, of course, we're back to this.
The scores of the GMAT are normally disputed with a mean of 542.3 and a standard deviation of 120.54. The minimum GMAT score required admission for the MACC program in the School of Accountancy at BYU is 500, but it is rare for students with scores less than 600 to be admitted. Use this information to answer questions 24 through 32.
All I know is we have to put it in the normal probability applet.
Yes, we do. Let's not forget to do that.
That is all I know. Alright, so we're doing the... Wait. Would it be 600 minus the 542?
442.
0.3, and then the standard deviation is 120.54.
Wait, wouldn't it be 500?
That was my question.
Oh.
Wait. What's 500?
Are we on 26? Cutting out again.
Okay, so it's wanting to know the probability that a randomly selected student will score above 542.3, which is our average. It's our mean. So would it just be 50%? 0.5? Because they either, if that's the mean, then probability of 0.5 above and 0.5 below, because there is no z-score, it's 0. Does that make sense?
How's there no Z?
It would have to be, because if you took 542.3 and subtracted 542.3, which is the mean, then you would just get 0 on top, and you would have to get a 0 for the answer. So that'd be your z-score, and you plug that z-score into the probability applet, it's going to give you a line right in the middle, and then your top half should be 0.5 and your bottom half should be 0.5, because they'll equal 1.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, I think it's just like one of those tricky questions that they want you to think about what's going on.
Okay. It would be 600. So we're doing 600 minus 542.3 equals 5. What are we doing the standard deviation divided by?
I don't think we have a sample size, so I'm assuming it's just divided by the standard deviation.
Okay.
That's what I'm using, at least, because I don't see anything that talks about a sample of anybody. It just gives us statistics. And
So did you get 0.0962? Or I guess it'd just be 0.96.
let's see.
Yeah, that's what I got.
And do we plug this into the probability applet now?
Divided by 20.54. Wait, isn't it 0.479?
Yeah, 0.479 is what I got for the z-score. And then you plug that into the applet, and then click below it. That should give you 0.684 is what I got for the probability.
What number did you guys plug in to z-score?
.479. And yeah, I got 0.684.
So wait, where'd you get the 479?
So it is going to be you're going to get 600 minus 542.3, which is 57.7.
Got that.
Then you're going to divide that by the standard deviation, which is 120.54.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't even see that.
And then 28 should just be 0.316. That's the opposite side of the line.
So you just switch the z-score just the right side, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So anytime they ask below something, it's the middle and the left, and if it's above that number...
Unless it's a negative. Unless it's like negative something, then it's going to be below and not even the middle. Okay. I hate figuring out these questions. The percentile ones.
Yeah.
They make my head hurt.
All right, sorry, it cut out, Brooke. What were you saying about negative deviations?
Oh, that's okay. I was saying that if it's like a negative number, then it's going to be just the left half, not the middle. Do you know what I mean?
So negative number
is just the left, not the middle. But if it's below like a positive number, then it's going to be the middle and the left.
Positive. Wait, wouldn't that be middle and right?
No. I said if it's below 1. So like.
Oh.
So since our z-score was 0.5, it's positive, and it's asking everything that's below 0.5, which is the middle and the left. But if it's saying like negative 0.5, what's below that? You're just going to do the left.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Okay, I need help understanding the percentile and quartile stuff, because I do not understand that.
Perfect. So if you go to your probability applet, and if you type in, you're going to have to click to the left of the lines. Once that's clicked, you can go to the area and type in 0.1, and that'll give you a z-score that is related to the 10th percentile, or the 10 percentile.
So it's 1.282?
Yeah, but since it's the 10, you know it's going to be less than 50, so it has to be the negative z-score that it's related to. And I think the app will probably highlight that automatically for you if you click to the left of both the lines. So your z-score is negative 1.282.
Okay, sorry, how do I know if it's negative then?
I guess just, you know that the mean is going to be at 0.5.
Right.
And so you're doing 0.1, so you know it has to be the negative z-score because it's smaller than that.
Okay.
And so you should click to the left of that negative z-score.
Mm-hmm.
And your area should be 0.1, with your negative z-score being negative 1.282. And then you just take that z-score and you plug that into the equation. But you're going to solve for x, which is the sample mean.
Whoa. Okay.
And you can just algebraically solve that, and it wants it to the whole number, and it should be 388. So your equation, since you have your z-score, is going to be negative 1.282 equals x minus 542.3 over 120.54. And you just jiggle stuff around until you solve for x.
So you like cross multiply and divide and all that stuff?
Yes, you're going to cross multiply and then you're going to add.
So this is that reverse equation at like the bottom of the page from the reading?
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
So you have your z-score, you just need to find the x that's related to that z-score.
I remember doing that on the homework.
Yeah, we did it a couple times.
So exciting.
3 equals. Okay. 388. Got it. So now we do the same thing for the next one?
Yep.
So we put in 0.9 in the applet. Is that right?
Correct, yeah.
Oh.
So make sure
And since it's above 0.5, we'd use the positive z-score.
exactly.
So z-score is set equal to x minus whatever that number was, 542.3 divided by standard deviation, correct?
Correct. If you do that, you should come up with a score.
We haven't done anything.
Do
Okay. We haven't done anything with the square root, correct? That's if we had a sample size.
Exactly. But it just gives
Wait,
us.
okay, I'm not. Mine's not even coming up when I go into the 90th percentile. Maybe it's just my applet.
So you have your
It's 1
positive
point.
z-score.
Yeah.
You have to click both the middle section and the left section, and then type in 0.9, and it'll give you the z-score.
It's still the same.
Yep.
So 1.282.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I got too. Which makes
Well,
sense
that's
because
I'm gonna think I'm doing something wrong.
Just know below 0.5, negative, above positive. I mean, it could be the same if you were doing the 20th percentile and the 80th percentile. It'd still be the negative same number and positive same number.
So it's 697?
yep, that's what I got.
Okay. Alright, so what about the quartile stuff?
So the quartile should be related to 25%. So you're going to do the same thing, but instead of 0.1 and 0.9, you're going to use 0.25. And that'll give you a z-score for positive and negative, and since you know it's less than 50, you'll have to use a negative z-score.
Same for 32. You'll use that same number, but the positive.
So are we getting a 0.674?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, okay. Hold on. So for 31, is it going to be negative then?
For 31, you're going to use the negative z-score, yeah.
Okay. And then next one was at 0.745. I don't know if I did that one right.
So your z-score for the third quartile should be the same, but positive. So it should be 0.674.
Am I only doing... Oh. Ha, never mind. There you go. I got it. So I'm only doing the right half, or not the half, but the right top. Okay. All right. I got it. We're good. All right, I'm slow.
No, you're good.
Better understand now than at the test.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. So now this one is the equation, except we have a sample size.
Correct.
Okay. But do we know what x is or no?
Okay, well, on this one it says consider a simple random sample of n equals 15 students taking the GMAT. What is the mean of the distribution of sample mean scores for all such samples? Distribution of sample means. Because I know the... So the distribution of the sample means is the same as the mean, and it's your deviation
Right.
changes. So the mean should still be 542.3, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Even with the sample.
And so now it's asking what's the D.
So now we would go in there and include the square root of 15. So it'd be 542.3 over 120.54 divided by the square root of 15.
I got 17.424. Round to the nearest tenth. Oops.
17.4?
Yep.
That's what I got too. Well, this one wants 3 decimal places on 34, the deviation, so 17.424 was right.
Wait, but 30. What was 33 then? 17.4.
33 is going to be, so one of the rules that they taught us about distribution of sample means is that the mean of the distribution of sample means is the same as the mean of the group. So that mean doesn't change no matter what sample size you use. The only thing that changes is the standard deviation.
Oh, okay.
So the mean of this for 33, the mean is the same mean that they gave us earlier.
So the 542.3.
Yeah.
That's
then,
the answer.
Do what?
You got the answer then?
Yes, it should be.
Okay.
And then
34 was
we found the standard deviation. So that's
right.
4.
So then we're putting in the z-score for 35.
Yeah, so you're going to calculate the z-score with 600.
From the probability app.
Mm-hmm. 120. Oh. Okay, and greater. So, did you guys get 0.0319 or 32?
Yep, that's what I got.
0.32?
Yeah, 0.32.
So 3 decimal places?
0.032, yeah.
Okay.
I hate those zeros at the beginning. They always throw me off when I'm saying that.
Mine too. Okay, that makes sense.
And just Brandon, do you want to lead because you've been the leader of this whole thing today?
Going back through and reviewing?
Yeah, just go back and doing the answers all together.
Cool. All right, 1 and 2, you're on your own for those two. For 3, we chose B, a randomly selected brand of toothpaste at a convenience store.
Yep.
4, we have 100 is a parameter and 112 is a statistic.
Yep.
5, we have a stratified sample.
Agree.
6, a cluster sample.
Agree.
7, a simple random sample.
Yep.
8, a stratified random sample. And then 9, we have 4.771.
Good.
10 is 1.912. 11, you're on your own. Going on to 12, we have negative 0.165.
Good.
13 is 0.681. 14, we have none of these is correct. 15 is 0.715.
Good.
16 is false. 17 is extradural. 18, true. 19, 8. 20 is 50%. 21 is 2.055. 22 is 0.233. 23 is 1.822 and 2.288. We'll come back to 24 and 25 in a second. 26 is 0.5. 27 is 0.684. 28 is 0.316. 29 is 388. 30 is 697. 31 is 461. 32 is 624. 33 is 542.3. 34 is 17.424. And 35 is 0.032.
What was 31 and 32 again?
31 is 461. And then 32, 624. Did you have a question about those, or did you just miss them?
Wait. Okay. So isn't it 0.624?
No, it's
Are those whole numbers? Oh, duh, whole
those are
numbers.
those are the scores.
So 624. So then I got 31 wrong, and I don't know why.
You got 31 wrong, you said?
Yeah.
All right, so you have to go on there, and let's just go through that one more time, because I have a feeling this is going to be a lot on the test. I'm going to pop up my screen real quick. You have to walk me through the problem, though.
Okay. Well.
The first quartile, we're plugging in 0.25, correct?
Yep. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So if you go to the normal probability applet, and you're going to click on the left sides of the z-scores, and then the area, I know I want the 25 percentile, so that's going to be probability, or the area of 0.25. If I hit enter, it's going to give me the z-scores that are related to 0.25 on either side of the mean. Since I know that 0.25 is less than 0.5, I'm only going to use the negative z-score, because I know it's less than the mean. That gives me a z-score of negative 0.674. And then algebraically, I can just plug that in to the equation that we would solve normally for a z-score, but this time I have the z-score. So it'd be negative 0.674 equals x minus 542.3 over 120.54.
Okay.
And at this point, we don't know the sample size, so there's nothing else to divide by. And that should give you an x of 461.
Okay. 461. I think I got it this time.
Okay. And then for the 75 percentile, the same thing on the top. Just point, I'm going to click right here actually, and then go 0.75. And it'll give me the z-score. I know that because it's higher than the mean, I'm going to use the positive z-score. So it'll be 0.674, and I just solve for x using that one again.
Okay. All right.
All right. Sorry. I
I can't keep my camera.
don't know why paperwork.
Alright, so 24 and 25. I still don't have a clue with these ones. The value of the mean of standard distribution.
Do you guys know where it was out in our reading?
Probably either lesson 5 or lesson 6.
Okay.
I'm checking lesson 5 right now because I don't really understand what it's saying.
So it'd just be x minus mu over the standard deviation. It's just the z-score.
See, that's what I was saying.
But how do you write that out saying it's the z-score? Because you can't type in the calculator the equation because it's just going to look stupid in there. So, but yeah, to calculate the mean of the standard normal distribution is the z-score. Or sorry, the value.
You said that was for 24?
Yeah, because I don't know where I'm at, but it just basically says learn how to calculate the value. Well, let's see. Maybe it's not even that. It's just, I don't think it could be anything else but the z-score.
Pardon.
Okay. This is easy. Ready for this one? This is coming directly from lesson 5. When the mean of a normal distribution is 0 and its standard deviation is 1, we call it the standard normal distribution. And we're wanting to know the value of the mean, which is 0, the value of the standard deviation, which is 1, of the standard normal distribution. So it's 0 and 1 for 24, 25.
That's stupid.
That is really stupid, but
But yeah, that's kind of what I just read. Hold on.
wow, all that time and it's just 0 and 1.
I'm gonna.
That's why I was like, it connected to the previous questions.